Good morning.
And fear not.
It's Shark Week.
Oh yeah, it's Shark
Yeah,
Week, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
You
just.
you've been watching it, have you?
Oh yeah, I've definitely been watching it. I just watched one. It was Shack Shark, or something like that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's about, I think. I just saw the title, so I think it's about like wooden shacks
Yeah,
versus sharks.
sharks. Why?
Uh
Why?
huh.
But listen to this. Why can't they have a Bigfoot week? I mean, no, no,
Yeah.
no. They could study the habitat of the Bigfoot and the diet of the Bigfoot.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
how was it? Don't like possums eat their
That
bones or.
that would be TV worth watching.
Hey, it definitely would be.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? They can have Bigfoot weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, a whole week, not just a weekend, a whole week.
Uh,
Listen. Our fear not this morning week. Our fear not this morning, it comes from the book of Daniel. And listen, Daniel wrote this book during his time in exile in Babylon. He was still a young man when he was taken from his homeland, and he was taken to live in Babylon against his will. And he remained there for 72 years as the Jews lived in captivity. And Daniel would rise to be one of three administrators to rule over Babylon. The book of Daniel, let me tell you, it proves to us as believers today that even in tough situations, God still has a plan for our life. And I think that's great. But what we see in our fear not today, Daniel has had a vision. An angel comes to him, and he comes to him to tell Daniel about what is about to happen. But listen to what the angel says in Daniel chapter 10, verse 12. Don't be afraid, Daniel, he said to me, for from the first day that you proposed to understand and to humble yourself before God, your prayers were heard. I have come because of your prayers.
Now I was going to say it. That right there is amazing. That verse has to be so special to us
Sure.
because it right there it tells us that when we come before Christ, that when we are saved, when we humble ourselves before Him, He will answer our prayers. He listens to our prayers.
Well, and listen, not only does he listen, what Scripture says here is from the very first time, Daniel prayed, God heard.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so amazing because there could be so many times in our life that we think that God is just not listening to us or that our prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling.
But you know what it is a lot of time is we're praying, but we're not prepared, we're not mature enough, we're not close enough maybe in our relationship to understand the answer, nor are we ready for the answer.
Exactly. And not only that, but just the fact that God also answers in His time. He
That's
does not answer in our time.
that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. And that right there is just amazing. I just love the fact that we know that in this verse, we know that He is listening to us. Because you gotta think, there has to be thousands of people praying around the world at the same time, and He listens to every single prayer.
He hears our prayers not just some of the time, but all of the time.
Exactly.
And listen, when we're prepared, when we're prepared to handle the answers, that's when God gives us the answer. What we have to do is be patient.
Yes.
We have to
yes.
fear not. We have to keep asking. And listen, we have to wait on God.
Exactly. We have to know that no matter what, that God does love us and that He will never abandon us.
That's right. And because of that, we can live a fear not life. And that's what
Exactly.
you need to remember this morning as you start this Thursday morning. Remember this.
Fear not.